there's a story I tell, and we all know this. 10 years from now, 5 years from now, it's not a long time. These people we're working with today are adults. They've got kids, possibly, families, jobs. It's not a long time, is it, for someone like us? You're there, and you're at the garage filling up your car, and someone starts shouting your name across the forecourt. You know, hey, Mike, don't remember me, do you? Of course I remember you. I'll never forget you. You know, how are you doing? Yeah, that's why we do what we do. For that conversation, that simple conversation. Yeah. And
to know you've had an effect or had an effect.
Oh, I hope. Yeah. Oh, I hope. I'll tell you something. This can't happen to me now, but I wish it could. I wish I could be that young person at that garage. I really, do. I quite often, I when I do talks and stuff, I'll thank the youth workers for what they did, because I never thanked the people that worked with me. Do you know what? I've always said, round them up, get them all in a room. They're probably long gone now. I mean, we're getting on a bit now. But the people that looked after me in care would not have a clue what they did for me. They wouldn't have a clue. Because I'm the kid saying, I'm the kid throwing the Monopoly money out the window. I'm the kid who didn't come home at night. I'm the kid who said, I'm not doing dishes. I'm not doing dishes. You get paid to look after me. Oh, but they must have thought. And if I could meet them now in a garage and say, oh man, thanks. Do you know why? Because I can cook now. I can make a meal. I can wash my own dishes. I can hold down a job. I can't thank you enough for everything that you did. But they've never had that. And that's what I call payday. Yeah. I call that payday because that's the day you get paid. Because we ain't doing this job for money. I don't think we are. There's not many people making a mint and driving a Mercedes in youth work. There's one or two. You know who you are. There's one or two. There's probably nothing wrong with that. But as a rule, no, we're not in it for the money. It's not a big. We're in it for our payday, and I think that's your payday. So that's why I have this idea of kind of everything everywhere. It means a lot to me because, yes, there were mistakes, but it reminds me of. There's a little sketch. I must look it up, and it's by Bill Hicks, the stand-up comedian. And he uses bad language. But anyway, so I watched Bill Hicks, said to be one of the greatest stand-up comedians ever. And he's taking a mickey out of a drug advert. And he says, this is your brain on drugs, and they break an egg. And he says, I took drugs for a lot of years, and I never thought my brain was an egg. I took drugs for a lot of years. I had a great time, right? And he counters this idea that drugs are bad, which clearly they are bad, but he's just going, I might be weird, but I actually enjoyed. I never thought my brain was an egg. So the joke is that. But my point is this. If I'm Bill Hicks, I'm going to stand on a stage and say, hey, listen, I was taken out of my home as a kid and I was put in care. And I'm okay. I'm okay. What do you mean you're okay? Where's, of course I'm not 100% okay. Things would have been different. But what I'm saying is, and this is something that doesn't always go down well with some people. Okay, I was a young kid who went in care. It wasn't nice, it was horrific. And really, what could I have expected from that experience? This is the main point.
Different to what you got.
To what I got.
Yeah.
I was cared for by people who meant well. Did that make it any easier? Not really, no. It was awful. However, what I'm saying is, I sometimes feel like we expect the care system to be able to provide us with the life and upbringing we would have wanted, which we're clearly not getting that. But was I clean and fed and educated and so on and so on and cared for? Yeah. Could I have asked for more? Not really. I think what I'm saying in summary is the very best I could ask for from the care system is I'm okay. And that's a kind of different message than I think can be the standard message. The message can sometimes be, and sometimes I think this is us as ex-care kids. We're kind of, I know even people I know very closely who've been through the system, who are very, very bitter about it. And they are, I disagree because I say, what the hell could we have expected from the system? We couldn't have expected loving parenthood because we knew that they didn't love us. They were doing a job and they cared about it. So I think I'm going off on one there, but really what I want to say is that...
I think you said before about as well, just to add on to the end of that, about the check is never coming. And that was partly one of the inspirations of Toolkit.
Yeah. Again, don't go down too well.
Yeah.
But don't know how long you've been in the youth work, but it's the same. It's never changed. No one's signing the check. When are we going to understand that the lifeboat is not coming? There's no government getting in power and signing off the check. It's not there. And I think there's something liberating about that we can do this job to the best of our ability and bring those young people through okay. No one's raving about being in care. So, here's an example. How many, or do you think there are any parents who have been poor and had no money, no facilities, nothing, and brought up really good, stable young people who've gone on to have successful lives? Now, if the answer to that is yes, there are, then perhaps we can have that same mindset. We can work around that same idea. Because no one's writing us a check. And we've been shouting about it and services and there's not enough staff, not enough this, not enough that. I don't think anyone's going to write us the check. We'll get little victories. And then you've got to say, go on from that and say, is that even the answer? Is it the answer? Here's a check. There you go, 20 more staff. I'm not sure. Could be. Yeah. But people like us, youth workers like us, who are absolutely passionate about what we do and cannot wait for that conversation in the garage when you're getting your fuel in 10 years' time. I can't. Can't wait for that conversation when some kid shouts me, oh man, how are you doing? Oh, yeah. And I'm doing really well, yeah, thanks. I'm, married now, got a kid, working up such a place. Wow, that's payday. And that's why we do it. And some people outside the sector don't get that, I don't think. But that's just me. Yeah. Good. So hopefully I didn't waffle on too much. But I'm just passionate about that idea. I'm passionate about the idea that why did I expect anything better than okay? Shouldn't have done. And I still shouldn't now. It worked. We did it. We got this kid out and off he went.
Hence the greatest job in the world.
Hence the greatest job in the world. We have got the greatest job in the world. And we might never, ever get paid if you use the analogy that I've used.